we are as a people inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, opposed to secret oaths, opposed to secret proceedings. No official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know.
All right. Welcome back to Conspiracy Corner Podcast, everyone. This is Abe, your host. So, ate some breakfast. Little bit irritated. So, I went onto Spotify. Let's see. I'm going to pull it up for you and show you all. Spotify is now censoring me. So I put out an episode right here. Let's see. Strawberry Moon. This is on YouTube. Strawberry Moon. Did I buy a dud? Strawberry Moon meaning. Watch this. When I go to Spotify, I was able to share the episode on Spotify. It's not popping up because I can put related episodes out. I put an episode out earlier today. My latest episode was car update, new job, new Abe. You know, it's showing up that the episode is published. Right here. 7/22, did I buy a dud? Published. 7/2/26. 0 views. When I published my latest episode, it lets you put 2 related episodes. I couldn't find it. So then I went on Spotify. Let's pull up Spotify. It completely skips the episode. What do you want to play? Let's type in Conspiracy Corner Podcast. I don't know why they censored the episode. The only thing that I can think of is they censored the episode because I played like a little bit of a song called Strawberry Moon. But usually what they would do is notify you like, hey, there's a copyright on this. So look, 7/29, that's the latest one. 7/28. 7/27, 7/26, 7/25, 7/24, 7/23, 7/21. 7/22 is missing. But then when I go in here, it says published. But normally, they would notify you that, hey man, you got a copyright strike. Let's see. Yeah, I have no notification whatsoever about a copyright strike. This is all the way back to 7/17, 20, 21, 22. Your episode assets are ready. It says it's published. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Spotify just literally in shadow banned that episode. So, this is why I tell you guys, if you're Spotify listeners, you have to subscribe to my YouTube. And if you're YouTube listeners, you have to subscribe to my Spotify. Because I'm getting censored from both companies. Spotify used to be amazing. They've changed over the years. It's fucking weird. Alright, that being said, As far as updates, not much. I'm playing Zelda Second Quest, which I've already told you guys I'm going to do a review on Zelda Second Quest. I'm going to do a review on the original Link's Awakening Grey Cart. And I'm going to do a review on the Zelda Game & Watch. So there's 3 new Zelda reviews that I'm working on right now. I'm playing all 3 at the same time, because I'm a crazy person. That, and I love Zelda, man. Go check out my Zelda playlist. Go check out Blue Pill Podcast, my other podcast. And go check out the game reviews playlist in general, because I do a shit ton of gaming. That's what keeps me sane. So that's about it. Just been doing that. I got a Buy Me a Coffee account set up in the link below. If you donate to the channel, I will send you a bookmark. I will sign it, unless you don't want me to sign it. You can message me through Buy Me a Coffee down below. It helps pay for pens, papers, notebooks. It helps keep the channel alive. Let's get on with the show. So I got 2 papers here. Local papers. Both are the Jessamine Journal. Different issues. They're both bought from last week. They are both talking about data centers. I've already done an episode, multiple episodes on data centers. Go check out the data centers playlist on YouTube. They're moving closer and closer and closer to me, and it's gonna get bad. It's gonna get bad. Water pollution's gonna get horrible. The heat is going to rise because these things put off heat. We've already had a heat wave this year. I've already covered it. It's just like, I try to cover everything, and a billion things come in at once. It's crazy. So let's go through the first article. Nicholasville native urges leaders to ban hyperscale data centers. Check out. So Nicholasville, Kentucky, the town that I live in, Caitlin Lamb, a Nicholasville native, is urging local officials to take a stand against hyperscale data centers, including AI facilities, before any proposals surface in Jessamine County. There you go, sister. Nipping it in the butt. So even before there's any proposals, she's already like, hey, let's ban it before they even propose anything. I already covered that they were doing it in my hometown in Harrodsburg. Crazy shit. In a letter to the Jessamine County Fiscal Court, Nicholasville City Commission, and other local officials, Lamb called for the county and city to prohibit hyperscale AI or quote-unquote mega data centers. She also wants officials to consider putting the issue before voters. Lamb said her letter prompted the topic to be placed on the agenda for a future Nicholasville City Commission meeting. Good. I hope you go through with it, sister, and I support you. What's her name? Something Lamb. Caitlin Lamb. We need to support this girl. I hope she has a GoFundMe or something. In her letter, Lamb said local leaders need to take a position before any proposals are made, arguing that large data centers could harm the environment. Well, duh. Yes. Not to her, but place too much strain on local infrastructure and require a financial investment from county residents. Quote, waiting for a project to be proposed is a losing strategy, and I believe a proactive ban puts a shield up for our county right now. Dude, nip it in the butt. She is literally preemptively striking on data centers for here in Nicholasville. Awesome. Amazing. Amazing. That's what we need to be doing, nipping it in the butt before it even gets proposed, before it even happens. Let's automatically just put an auto ban on it. That way, data centers know to stay the fuck away. I also don't want to see what's happening to Mercer County, which we covered that. Happened to Jessamine County. Lamb said she began researching hyperscale data centers after noticing several surrounding counties and cities were discussing moratoriums and restrictions on large data centers. Quote, with all the counties and cities around us being proactive against them, I just felt that instead of only calling for a pause on development of these facilities, we could just go ahead and say no to them automatically before it happens. She said the biggest 100,000 plus square foot facilities are the data centers I truly believe don't belong here in Jessamine County. Lamb said her proposal is not aimed at banning all data centers from Jessamine County. Instead, she said it focuses on a large hyperscale or mega data center. Okay, sister, right there. You're like 75% there. That's where you lost me. Right there is that 25% of you that is still fucking blue-pilled. No, ban them all. I have said this 1,000 times. I don't use AI. I don't use it for thumbnails. I don't use it for anything. I've never wanted to use it. If you ask 3 questions, it wastes 2 bottles of fresh water. Never salt water, only fresh. It's drying up rivers. It's drying up lakes. It's causing the heat index to fucking skyrocket, which is why we're getting these heat waves. All of them should be banned. AI is not a good thing. Have you never seen The Terminator? You should probably watch The Terminator, Caitlin Lamb. I'm just saying. She said if neighboring counties and cities place restrictions on hyperscale data centers, Jessamine County could become a more attractive location for large technology companies. They're already talking about putting it in the urban district, I believe. It's either Nicholasville or I think it's Lexington, which is like, if you know anything about Kentucky, Nicholasville and Lexington they're the same fucking town. They are. They're literally the same town. They're going to merge into one mega city one day and will be as big as Louisville. I live in Nicholasville. In the county, in the country. Takes me literally 5 minutes to get to fucking Lexington Mall. Like, it's gonna be one fucking city. Her proposal, let's see. Okay. Her proposal calls for local government to either ban the centers or place a moratorium on them until more can be studied about potential effects on the local environment, infrastructure, and finances. Lamb also wants a ballot question placed before Jessamine County and Nicholasville voters to see how give me just a second. To see how residents feel about allowing the facilities to be built. Lamb said she addressed her letter to several local officials and agencies, including the Jessamine County Fiscal Court, Nicholasville City Commission, Jessamine County Board of Education, Jessamine County Property Valuation Administrator's Office, and others. Because it's such a large impact to the infrastructure of Jessamine County and the environment of Jessamine County and the financial well-being of Jessamine County and Nicholasville, I think this decision belongs to the people. Yeah, we the people. In the spirit of 4th of July that just passed, we the people. So, And that's to put it on the ballot and let the Jessamine County voters decide what they want the future of Jessamine County to be, Lamb said. Well, it doesn't matter what we want. They are going forward with their great reset. It's what they want. This all goes back to what they want. And by the way, what they're making happen without our consent. Lamb said the biggest risks to Jessamine County are structural, environmental, and financial. A single facility, she says, could put as much of a load on the electrical grid as 200,000 homes. Yeah. It's getting to the point, like, where the fuck are we going to go? They're putting them up everywhere. Especially, I feel like, rural places. They're putting them up more in rural places to move us into the big cities, which ties in with the Great Reset. They want us in big cities, Minority Report style, dystopian future. Philip K. Dick, you know. The potential for driving up rates for Jessamine and Nicholasville families is at a great risk. Lamb also raised concerns about water use, saying large amounts of water are often needed to cool the servers inside hyperscale facilities. She said many large centers can require millions of gallons of water daily. Millions of gallons of water daily. That's insane. Her letter, because all these people all over the United States and all over the world are using AI. Who do you think is putting out those answers that you're getting on AI? Or, oh, you seen a funny AI video. That's cute. Not really. Because it took gallons of water to make that stupid fucking video that you think, oh, a cat's playing piano. That's so cute. And by the way, I'm not bashing you people. I do it. I fall victim to it. Like, there's this band that I like. It's called Cat Mutal. Or actually, I think it's just called Mutal. M-E-W-T-A-L. Or L, yeah. Anyways, it's a cat metal band. And it actually puts out, like, amazing music. But there's no lyrics. All it is meow. 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 Like, it's sick as fuck, dude. And it's all AI generated. So I fall victim to it too. I see those stupid videos and I go, oh, that's hilarious, you know. So her letter includes several pages of online research about concerns related to data centers, including electricity demand, water consumption, air quality, and noise violations. Lamb also listed communities across the country that have placed moratoriums or restrictions on data center construction. So, like I told you guys, I got a new job right now. Like, it's a cabinet shop. I swear to God, if I ever find out we're putting cabinets in a data center, I'm just going to be like, bro, I can't do it. It goes against my morals, you know. Yeah, I will never do construction on a data center. Because, I mean, you're part of the problem. And I know people are like, well, I need the money. Okay, there's other ways to make money, dude. I'm doing a YouTube channel. I don't make much money. But I'm trying to make money. You can mow lawns. You can pick up scrap metal cans, like something. There is other opportunities, you know. Large technology companies often say data centers will bring good paying jobs to local communities. Fuck that. By the way, those jobs are limited because once those data centers are open and running, they fire the people. They've had like huge, gigantic data centers and they only need like 5 or 6 people to run the data center. They've even said that. So Lamb said she is skeptical those jobs would remain after construction is complete. There you go, sister. You're getting there. If we can just get you on, like, hey, like, just because it's massive or micro, like, none of them are good, you know. There's a big promise, she says, that these companies will often make, saying that it will bring in jobs, but that isn't said with true intentions. Well, no. These are gigantic companies who are run by big tech millionaires who are psychopaths and Baal worshippers, and they're on the Epstein list. Like, of course they don't have your good intention, you know? She says that once these facilities are built and running, the jobs become obsolete. Yup. Because they fire everyone who helped build that building and helped create that data center, because they only need 5 or 6 people to run that building. Lamb said she would rather see local officials focus on small businesses. Wouldn't that be nice? Oh wait, COVID ruined most of small businesses, but you all fell for that shit when I was screaming at the rooftops not to fall for that shit. Seriously, dog? Hang on. Where the fuck was I, man? I swear to God, I need a recording studio. Lamb said she would rather see, on small businesses. Quote, I would like to see more of a focus from our local officials toward development small businesses within Jessamine County and Nicholasville. Same. Redeveloping our downtown area and other types of sustainable infrastructure that can help improve the quality of life for the residents of Jessamine County and Nicholasville, rather than lining the pockets of large, out-of-state technology companies, she said. Lamb said true economic development should focus on sustainable jobs and existing opportunities. Yeah, I agree with this chick, like I said, like 75%, man. So, quote, true economic development for Jessamine County and Nicholasville would be investing in small businesses, continuing to revitalize our downtown, which would be gorgeous, and building sustainable infrastructure that actually improves the daily lives of the people who live here. Yes, you're preaching to the choir, girl. Lamb said she is grateful local leaders are taking time to hold a public discussion on the issue. Quote, lastly, I want to express my gratitude for Jessamine County's leadership recognizing this urgent issue to hold a public discussion about it, and hopefully we will come up with a solution. Either ban them entirely, or, which is what I want, or put a moratorium on them and have a simple question on the ballots of both Jessamine County and the city of Nicholasville for its residents. Here's where I worry. We covered election rigging here locally. Literally in Lexington. We just covered it. Go check out the Thomas Massey versus Galrain playlist on YouTube. They're rigging even local elections now. I'm not saying it's hopeless. I'm not saying we should give up and just stop trying. You know, but Lamb said her ultimate goal is for Jessamine County leaders to put residents first and make it clear to large technology companies before any hyperscale AI data center is even proposed. Quote, just put the Jessamine County and Nicholasville residents first, she said. That is essentially what I am asking, and all I want, no proposals have been announced for an AI data center in Jessamine County. A discussion on the topic is expected to take place in an upcoming Nicholasville City Commission meeting. So if that's a meeting that's upcoming, I think I probably need to show up for that if I'm available. Like I said, this new job is going to work me a billion times harder than Kroger. So we're going to have to see on that one. If I can show up and vote and speak on it, I will. I'll have Sammy record it. be good content for the channel. Let's see. We're getting close to time to ending, and I try to keep it in the 30-minute mark because people's attention spans are short. We will get to the second article perhaps next episode. Let's go ahead and read some polls. See what the people are saying. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I got where the polls were last time. Episode 705, 102 Dalmatians. Puppy to the rescue, Game Boy Color review. Have you played this game? 100% of voters said no. You should play it. It's a cheap pickup. I think it was $6. It took me about, if I actually would have sat down as a grown adult with a full-time job with responsibilities and played it, I think it would have took me probably about a week to beat if I actually put my nose to the grindstone. So, episode 706, how to prevent ticks and how to detect alpha-gal syndrome. That was basically an episode that I put out that was like an instructional episode of basically like how can we, because there's a lot of people saying like put out in fear-mongering content, and it's like, well, no one gives solutions. Here I am trying to give solutions. Was this helpful? 100% of people said yes. Well, good. Not many. I know it was more of a boring episode, but it was a solution-driven episode. So, episode 707 is Disclosure Day cursed. Will this movie curse you? 100 people say no. I agree with that. Because if your God is strong and he can protect you, the movie has no power over you, in my opinion. Camp Nelson, have you been here? Let's see, what's the next one? America's 250th celebration. Are you proud to be an American? 100% of people say no. And I agree with that. With everything that's going on with Israel, the way our government is functioning, if you can call it that, the Epstein list, Project Bluebeam, data centers, like, no, I'm not proud to be an American right now. Sorry. Even on 4th of July, when that episode was coming up, I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm just not proud to be an American right now. Like, do you like my new car? 100% of people said yes. Thank you very much. I like it too. Has it given me a little bit of trouble? Yeah, but I knew I wasn't buying something perfect. I'm getting it there. One day it's going to be gorgeous. Just gorgeous. So, new data center will uproot a cemetery. This is basically, they're going to dig up a cemetery. Episode 714. Yeah, to build a data center. Is this disrespectful? 1 vote. Everyone says yes. I agree. I think it's disgusting. I was one of the few people who was against the oil pipeline when they were trying to dig up Native American graves to build like some oil pipeline. Shit's not cool. Episode 715. So we did an episode on Blade Runners, which is the people who destroy flock cameras. Do you like the Blade Runners? 1 vote. Everyone says yes. Me too. Once again, just for legal purposes, I do not advise anyone to do that, but I like it too. I like their work. Disclosure Day flops. It might not even break even in the box office. This is episode 716. Will you watch this movie? 100% of people say no. This is one poll that I have to disagree with. I want to watch it because I use discernment, and I know pretty much every Hollywood film is propaganda, and I know that my mind is strong enough to not fall for it, and so is yours. Have more faith in yourself, people. It won't curse you. It ain't gonna brainwash you to watch this movie. You can watch the movie and go, hey, that was a piece of shit brainwashing propaganda. You know, I got a whole series that I've got going on, Conspiracy Cinema series. Go check it out on YouTube. And I dissect what I believe is propaganda and what I believe is honestly just a good movie that everyone's freaking out about, you know. But that's it for polls. That's it for the episode. I love y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe. And you all have a blessed day. So mote it be.